this is gonna be super fun. All right. Hope you guys are ready for some Cadence If I Rule chat. Even if you're not super familiar with this game, it's a good game. It's got some sweet music. It's got some great overworld navigation. Just, you know, everything the doctor ordered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Roos. It is great. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, so I've talked slightly about this before, but I was one of the testers of this game. I had to keep this secret for like over a year. It was killing me, but...
This sounds really hard.
Yeah. And, yeah, when I first encountered this game, like you can imagine, I was brought into a room, not told anything. I actually thought I was going to be testing Industries of Titan. And then I sat down, and I was like, oh, why am I playing to the beat? Wait, why is this Zelda? And then I was like,
Did you have no other, like, information on,
no.
like, name of or anything? You just kind of,
Nothing.
like, started playing?
I just started playing, and I'm like, hey, this music is Zelda music. Because at first I was Cadence, and then all of a sudden, because I did the tutorial, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, wait, why is Link here? Wait, what's happening? And then I thought it was just like a weird skin on, like, it was like Necrodancer 2, but they added like a weird, like just a mod or something. I was like, why would they do that? But that was just where my brain went. It was like, yeah, they just modded the game so that it looks like Necrodancer, because I knew that, sorry, it looks like Zelda. I knew that the original game was very much inspired by Zelda, so I thought maybe it was just sort of an internal, like, and then I'm like, and then I remember I was playing it, and I'm like, this is pretty cool. And then I was like, wait, hold up. Really?
Oh, this is
and they
really
were just
cool.
like, yeah. And I'm like, wait, really? And they were like, yeah. I'm like, what? And then I couldn't wipe a smile off my face for like days. It was great.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was so awesome. All right. Well, I think we are... That's a little loud. Let me turn that down. But we are starting. Here we go. All right, so I guess just as a quick introduction to how this game works, the game, your whole goal in the game is to kill Ganon, because it's a Zelda game. So there you go. That's it. End of explanation.
That's it. That's all you get.
Yeah. And so you're trying to, like most Zelda games, you're trying to collect a bunch of thingamabobs to allow you to get through a barrier so that you can do the final portion of the game. The thingamabobs in this game are instruments, not unlike Link's Awakening. And, you know, Necrodancer, wink, wink. All right, we're already seeing something interesting here. Spooty going and grabbing the Pegasus anklet from from the windmill. And so, yes, like Necrodancer, there's items that you collect. It's completely randomly generated, so you're wandering through a brand new overworld every time. The dungeons are also random, or I should say procedurally generated. I think that's more accurate. And wow, we're finding some really excellent items so far. We've got the Courage Shovel for Spooty. Spooty also got the
Spooty is
anklet.
finding these items.
Yes, yes. DT is going beelining right for the exit, or right for I mean the desert. And I would say that typically the desert is the first place people want to go because it does have a damage up weapon, and we'll see if DT goes for that. I know there's been some shifts in the meta on what weapons you go for. That's kind of been constantly changing, so we shall see. One of the major shifts in the meta is getting away from like being very particular about what keys you have, because the Wisdom Torch, which is the best torch and very, very powerful, now shows you if there are keys in the wall. That was the latest patch. So because of that, it's very easy to just find keys randomly. Before, you wouldn't see them, so you wouldn't know. And there, we're going to see DT grab that dagger. That's a 2 damage dagger now. And is actually going to go get the anklet as well. So there's screen watching.
I think that's a good call.
And actually, it's a little faster to grab when you're doing with the glove. Although, really, it's fixed beat mode there, so it's not that slow. And for a moment, you're going to see the barrier on DT screen on the far left. That's what we're trying to get past with the 4 instruments. And each one is in a different temple, just like in normal Zeldas. DT plowing through a few hits here. but that's okay. Heart drops are common in this game versus Necrodancer, where you gotta find specific.
About to walk over that Sheikah stone, you know, is coming to heal up, so not a big deal. Which I think is a little bit faster. I don't know, Spooty clearing that screen, but I think walking into that dungeon to kill that blue slime is a little bit slower.
You're right. I had forgotten that, of course, yeah, doing the Sheikah Slate is going to give you your health back, so that's good. Both picking up the flippers at the same time, so we're really mapping this very similarly. And I would say that's not necessarily common. I would say that I've seen a lot of races at this level that diverge completely. And we actually might see that here. It looks as though Spooty's going to be heading to the left. DT's going to be heading to the right. And you'll also notice that there's these map checks that they do in the middle. They're sort of, we call them the bleep bloops, because that's the sound they make. And they are checking their map in between the beat, so they don't actually lose any time. It's bonkers.
That's a skill. I can't believe that. I try that. I don't know how you get coordinated to do that.
Yeah, I'm okay at it. I haven't done it that much. But what's really impressive is when people navigate. We'll probably see this with Rat. Rat does it a lot in the next race. But navigating their weapons and their items and stuff in the sub-beats as well, which is extra confusing, because on the map you don't have to press any buttons. Oh, there's a key, another just wall key. But yeah, in the map you don't have to press any buttons, you just go to the map and then leave the map. But when you're navigating your menu in those sub-beats, it's like say your character's moving up, but you have to move down and to the right on your menu. You're essentially playing two games at once. It's bananas. Every other beat you move up, and then every other beat you're navigating through it's...
I don't have enough brain RAM to do that.
Brain RAM is such a good term. Absolutely. So Spooty is cleared out and awoke Link. I forgot that I have a tracker for this, so I need to update it. Give me a moment.
I do need to download more RAM.
Yes. Very important. I think so. Spooty awoke Link. We have the swamp for DT. I think that's up to date, the tracker. Oh no, they both touched the grotto as well. There we go.
Yes, yeah.
All right, so yeah, a little bit of difference in their routing, but I think we're still pretty much even Steven. I don't think there's anything that's been so dramatically different. Nobody has a wisdom torch, which is rare. I feel like the wisdom torch is easily one of the first things people go for. Did not pet the dog. Yes, that was a critical mistake. Trying to remember what I was talking about before I forgot about the tracker, but that's fine. It'll come back to me.
Oh, the bleep bloop.
Oh, the bleep bloops, yeah. Oh, so what I was going to say, there was one other thing I was going to add to that, is that Rat has also been working on and really wants to hone the skill of switching weapons mid-beat. So if you, say, need a flail for one enemy and then a rapier for another enemy, being able to swap in between the beats so that you can absolutely optimize your weapon, essentially building in a holster without actually having a holster, which does not exist in this game. And yeah, that's a whole level of insanity that I don't even know. By the way, I do have the stats for these racers. We've got DT with an 8 and 2, and Spooty with a 10 and 4 wins. So just a couple more wins and a couple more losses for Spooty. They don't all necessarily race the same because of the nature of the way this side tournament was set up. But probably more important is best and average win, with DT having just sub 19 for the best win, whereas Spooty has an 1830. 1826. And then their average, Spooty is about 16 seconds faster on their average win. So we'll see how that goes. Right around 20 minutes. All right, and looks like we've done a swap. So one racer went, they sort of now one to the swamp and one to the Kakariko Crypt. So let me
gonna kill the same shop.
And I believe, yes, picked up the maracas.
Yeah.
Now, did we see the Goron shop on the overworld?
Not that I've seen. I find it very hard to just look at the mini-map when I'm commentating those or watching streams. So at least as far as I can tell, we haven't seen it.
All right, maybe chat has. I don't know. I'll take a look on the next bleep bloops.
Definitely haven't walked onto that screen for sure. But
No,
we've
yeah,
got coupon in tow for both racers, so at least we're on par for that.
Well, that's sort of what I'm thinking. They both actively went for the coupon. I mean, maybe that's just standard fare anyways, but
I think it
maybe they saw it.
is.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you don't have to get it.
Instant collection of items. I'm also unfamiliar if that is not, but like it seems sort of like might as well kill for this. We get a key and an item plus a coupon. Those are all things that I'll need eventually.
Right. So I do want to point out that we are now back to even. You can see on the tracker that both racers have accomplished the exact same thing. It looks as though we're going to see DTs just routed slightly more efficiently.
Oh, that statue waiting for Spooty with the loot teleport. That was funny. I don't see the Goron shop anywhere on that minimap, so...
I actually stand corrected because Spooty had already touched this Sheikah Stone. Okay, DT's having a little bit of a meme time here, trying to get up. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. That'll work. Yeah, because if you push the rock against the rock, there you go. Figured it out. Puzzles.
Puzzle door.
Nicely done. And so DT is just slightly ahead of Spooty here, but I love how close this is. 10 minutes in, after some slight differences in routing, we are now pretty much on par. We're going to see some bomb strats to skip the first floor. Both hitting that stone. Nice.
Oh, there's some floaties.
No, it's a slate. Did I say stone? I'm sorry. Oh, the feather. Now, this is something I'm also really excited for. I've been watching a lot of Rat, and he's been really working hard to push the meta. We have floaties. I love those.
Yes. Rat's got some great new strats where I was watching his stream the other day with just what felt like a casual, slow run, including some gem farming, and he got world record with some new, like 1648, I think.
Oh, seriously?
Yep.
Wow.
So figured out some new, like a whiz robo quick kill and all that. And like, I love the whole Rito feather float over top of the people's heads for wall adventures and just lots of cool stuff.
Yes, that is a meta that I'm so happy to see. It's like the same with like proper holster strats and Necrodancer. Like I want to see more of those kinds of very sort of sideways metas, like using the Rito feather to do some really big brain plays. I love that. All right, both picking up the boss key here, and it's gonna be Glockenspiel, one of the best songs in the game.
I agree.
I mean, I guess Spooty has a slight lead here, but I'll just keep the audio on the same one. Yeah, there's also a bass Guitar Mouse Knight quick kill, I believe.
Yes,
that's pretty cool.
With bombs, I think.
Yeah, so we might see that shortly. As Spooty's onto the ruins, he got himself a bow. Very nice. Once again, we're equal. Both racers have 2 of the instruments, with the 2 bosses remaining. Again, no Wisdom Torch, so we're probably going to be seeing this weapon for most of the run. Or some glass. There's Spooty finding a spear. Nice.
Gotta be careful because we don't have that hot pulse protection.
Yeah, both finding the floaties and so not worrying about it. Also have to be careful about the coupon that they both have. If you walk into a shop, you're gonna get attacked. Freddy doesn't like that.
He knows where you got that.
Yes, he does. All right, on to the boss. Let's see if the quick kill happens. Looks like it's just gonna be glass attack.
I don't know if we have enough bombs or bomb shoots.
Only 2, yeah, not a lot of bombs. Yeah, I think you need both. I don't know, I've only seen it once, so I don't quite remember the exact
I feel like
strat.
you need both, but I also don't know. Ooh, Spooty breaking that.
Yeah, hot coals at the end there.
The last beat. DT dodging that and keeping the spear.
Yeah, that could be big, given that the weapons are pretty minimal right now. And 3 instruments for each.
So we got too much health.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they do have a lot of health. It was a good thing they had the glass for that kill. Just the 2 damage would have been quite bad. Oh, the floaties across. I love how quick, how like the skips shift slightly whenever you have a different set of weapons, and so that was really nice for DT on that skip. I think Spooty did the same, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Auto killing the shopkeep here. Very smart from Spooty, recognizing that he's got a coupon. That's an easy way to die in this game. And he's getting the key out of it. And there's another coupon. Get a whole coupon book. Meanwhile, DT is through. So much savings, yes. Would make my grandmother very happy. All right. Wizrobo. So DT scooting through that a little faster. And maybe it's just a matter of key differential. I just can't help but notice there that Spooty has just used his last key, whereas DT's still got 2. So I don't know where this key differential came out, but that might be a factor here. Going into the Hyrule Castle, which is the final phase of this game. The sort of Necrodancer phase, as we call it. Because it sort of is just dungeon crawling. Alright. Spooty using some Wizrobo. Oh,
we lost our weapon again.
That's bad. Alright, and this is Hyrule Castle. It is 3 floors. You need 1 key per floor. And then afterwards you fight Octavo, who is the sort of dead ringer of the game, I'd say.
Oh, this is brutal.
Yeah, this is a really awful fight.
Oh my gosh.
That cost Spooty a ton of time.
Like,
I think he's on floor 2. Yeah.
I think so.
Now, if you find some extra keys, do you think they're going to check some legendary chests? There's lack of weapons in Dark Hyrule.
I don't. Maybe if we had extra keys. I mean, DT still has this glass spear, and I think it has a glass dagger as well, so doing much better than Spooty's. So I don't know if they would.
Yeah, interesting. Oh, there's a really short floor. Spooty just getting in here, and DT about to finish. And another glass weapon.
Oh, there's this key for Spooty.
That's good. Yeah, Spooty's gonna rely on some random key drops.
But already onto Octavo for
DT. Yeah. Spooty getting hit. Not getting the key drops. And yeah, Octavo fight with, I believe, 3 damage? Yes. So it's very important to pay attention to your damage on this fight, because each phase is 5 health, and so that, of course, determines how many cycles it's going to take for you of hunting down Octavo. Now, they patched out the dash extra damage, right? The over damage that you can do with the Pegasus Anklet?
I am not sure I'm familiar with that, but
oh,
maybe.
It's a great one. So if you dash into Octavo and say he has 2 health left, and you do 4 damage with your dash, then his next phase he's minus 2 health.
Oh, that would be nice.
I feel like they patched that out. Yeah, it was pretty weird. Oh, they patched it. Okay. Also, shoutouts to Inknun for the awesome showcase last night of races. That was great. Sort of impromptu. How come DT always fast? DT's very good. All right, Spooty finally getting a key here on the last floor, and you can see just how much longer that took Spooty.
Spooty having to fight key rooms every single floor.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like this was a sort of different run than I'm used to seeing. Typically there's a Wisdom Torch, typically there's an Infuse. Like, this was a very minimal run.
Mm-hmm.
And keys are usually not a problem. But in this case, they were. And again, one of the best musics in the game. This one, yeah. Hyrule. Oh, baby.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Our sword. One of our swords.
That was the spear, I believe.
So much glass.
Yeah, that was a pretty.
There's another glass.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, getting blasted down the hole there by the guitar knight. Yeah, but slept, Mizmi. What are you doing? We do have a courage ring too, so we got a bit of the mop. Ooh, a flail.
Yeah, we haven't even seen like any rapier this whole game.
Yeah, and that's our first flail as far as I know.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the top tier weapons aren't showing. Is it very strange? Ooh, there goes the flail. This is a really tight quarters here. A lot of visual noise right now for DT. That can be really hard sometimes.
There's our wisdom torch. Bye.
Bye. Right at the end.
Right now.
Wow, and an entire Dark Hyrule behind for Spooty. That's tough. I mean, Ganon is no piece of cake. I'd say Ganon has a similar sort of success or fail rate, I guess, as the Necrodancer. Like, it's pretty on the rails. Maybe it's a little bit harder than the Necrodancer fight. But
we do have the bombs too, so that also like helps the risk of Cadence or like getting dunked, keeping them safely in the ice for now.
Yes. There we go. Spooty's just gonna wait out the next one here. I think that's fair. This is looking like it's gonna get... Oh boy. Big hit though. Oh my god. Cadence is getting worked on.
Cadence, please cooperate.
Oh, we are down to 2 hearts. This is spicy.
Oh, what?
Cadence!
Cadence, please. We need to work together.
Okay, we got the trio. The 3 musketeers here. Nice. And that Daira is the only thing in the way. And the beam, there it is. Alright. All things considered, a pretty fast run. It's gonna be sub 20.
Spooty in chat saying that bug on Guitar Mouse, that really was the big... I think that was the big turning point, losing that glass because
yeah, on Guitar Mouse.
So a 20-year was Robo, as we saw.
Right. Yeah, I was actually wondering that. I didn't say it, but I was questioning on whether it was the hot coals bug at the end of that fight, which is pretty
That's
obnoxious.
what chat was saying.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that is a hootie for DT. So we'll put that on the board, which means DT is up. DT wins this match. Spooty will be eliminated. DT will be in the finals. Yes, this is a 4-person tournament, so it goes quick. And it's single limb. But Spooty obviously looking to come back and tie it up and not go home. Probably is already home. But you know what I mean. All right, resetting the tracker. You liked that seed? All the speed items? That's interesting. That's a different impression than what I got from that seed, so.
Oh, I think early Pegasus
yeah, it just felt like the weapon was so bad.
no rapier.
And no wisdom torch. So he pairs into this seed number. The only connection I can make to this seed number is the 563, which is one of my area codes from when I was a kid. That's about it.
Well, we've got different seeds, though.
Yeah. Yeah. It is 717. 563 is the correct one, 67. I think that's the old seed. I think that's the one we previously ran. Spooty wants revenge.
Spooty wants to do this again.
Yeah. Oh, he scrolled up too far. I understand.
You just like it. Like the 7 around the outside.
Oh, yeah. It's wrapped in a neat little blanket there. So how's season 9 been for you there, Chris? You been enjoying
it? It's been good.
Doing lots of Christmas-tary?
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a good time. Always like commentating races and seeing all these high tier races come back, and I just really like watching Necrodancer.
It's a fun game. And we've had so many fantastic races.
I you want to play like all the fun races you watch, and you're like, wow, how do these races go so fast?
Yeah.
So wild.
It has been, yeah, it's been fun.
I've been having a
ton of fun racing.
Like really close, no death, like high tier races that I've cast, which has been really, really fun. Like
That's
I love
awesome.
it when we're on the wire on a review on Necrodancer, like both racers, even with very different builds, within like a couple seconds of each other. It's just so exciting.
That's awesome. I feel like about maybe 5% of my races have been both racers not dying. There's been a lot of dying in my races for whatever reason. But hey, that's not what we're here to talk about.
We're here to talk about cadence.
Yeah, cadence by rule. And so we're gonna get some bleep bloops. I'm gonna look really close this time and see what I can see. I see a fairy fountain to the far right. The Hyrule Castle is sort of top right. It's about as top right as it gets, I think. Which means the desert doesn't appear to be in the top right, and probably not the top or bottom right either. So both racers are going to be going across the bridge tile, and then are going to make their way probably to the grotto just to get the slate touch. Or stone. Sheikah stone, that's fine. Whatever. Whatever, guys.
This is a contentious word choice.
Sheikah something or other. Well, a stone... Slate is a type of stone, so it feels more specific when you say slate. But I do understand that it is actually incorrect to say Sheikah slate, because that's the thing that's the like iPad that Link has in Breath of the Wild. Sheikah slab? There you go. I like that.
I don't know.
All right, both getting a touch there, and Spooty, I love this little exit. It's fun. Did Spooty, no, they both got the flippers. Not getting the flippers is pretty bold. Oh.
Spooty's seeing this.
This is big.
Wisdom torch,
This is big.
I was wondering if he was gonna walk over to the bottom right there for the loot from Cadence, but I think that might be too out of the way.
It is set up to kind of look like a jukebox. I'm pretty sure that's true. Sheikah shale. It's not falling apart enough to be Sheikah's shale. Shale's all like, oop, DT, getting down to half a heart. Yike. Honestly, I think Spooty going out of his way to get that wisdom torch could be a huge factor in this race. DT kind of committed to not getting it. I imagine DT noticed and then went, shoot, I'm already over here now. Oh, we do not get the screen wrap for this, for the swamp here. Lost Woods. But we're finally gonna get that loot. Give me that loot. After Grotto Ink? Yeah, that could be. And what is this layout? Oh, it's so weird. The swamp is like directly to the left, and then the desert's right above it. It feels like there's a lot of like empty space elsewhere.
Or like all the stuff we need is just clustered right next to each other.
Yeah, I haven't seen the town yet, so I wonder if that's straight south of this. I don't know. Let me add a few more things to the tracker. There we go. So we're touching all the jukeboxes. It's a jukebox touch for DT as well. Spooty's just a little slower getting into here, but does have that wisdom torch and a courage ring, actually. And does Spooty not have the... Wait a minute. Did Spooty get the loot?
Spooty. No.
Huh. So he
Did Spooty
didn't
go to
touch
Lost Woods?
the woods? I thought he did. I'll take it away for
I
now.
mean,
Well, he must have done something, because he's quite a ways behind. Oh, he hasn't been to the woods. Okay, my bad. All right, Grotto for DT. So, yeah, this might be based on not finding the Wisdom Torch. So now is going to do the Grotto to then get the Wisdom Torch. It's cool. It's sort of like everything's... It's a little bit of a butterfly effect style game, which is really cool. Yeah, Spooty has not done the woods.
We don't have the woods.
Spooty's gonna go to the grotto as well. Maybe not. Reconsidering. Interesting. So Spooty got desert. Both
we're
racers have
going
damage.
to Cat Frico first, Spooty. Here come the chickens.
Watch out for the chickens. Yeah, Spooty going straight into Kakariko. DT did find a glass rapier. So there's our first rapier. And it's going to make that an easy peasy fight. Oh, and a base flail. Oh no, this does not bode well for, for Spooty right now. Feels like DT's just going all the right ways. Yeah, and DT getting that wisdom torch. And now is going to go to Kakariko as well. Should have activated Kak before Grotto. Why is that? Oh, because...
Enemy gets harder?
I guess.
Like, as you kill bosses, the overworld
because of clearing bridge.
stuff.
Yeah, no, DT didn't do that. I think Spooty did, though.
Oh, I see.
Alright, Spooty does wake Link. Link's awakening. But you can see Spooty's a little behind in terms of the tracker.
Now we're gonna do...
Probably not as far behind as it looks, but... Still. Now, did DT break their glass, or did they just swap off it? Because they had a glass rapier. I didn't notice.
Oh, I didn't see.
All right.
Maybe he swapped off it for a shop kill?
Yeah, that could have been. Yeah, swap off. Yeah, I didn't actually hear any breaking sounds. It usually draws my attention, so.
I got
totally.
Spooty's audio up, so...
Oh, you got Spooties? I've got DTs going right now.
There's some floaties for Spooty.
Yeah. And Spooty's doing well with the keys. DT here with 3, Spooty with 4. But I think Spooty has used... no, I think they've used the same number of keys. Are you allowed to take Link instead of Zelda? Yeah, this is story mode, so you are allowed to play whichever character. You can even try and unlock and then play as Cadence. There is a base rapier there in that chest. Do you not go for that?
You just don't play Link because of Zelda's Naru's lovability, which is incredibly
super
necessary and super overpowered, and you would not keep up at all with Link.
Spooty there taking the tower shield. And Link awoken for DT. Spooty may be relying on a flawless fight here. With Courage, it's a little spicy.
Oops, nope. I think we lost that.
Did we?
We lost a flawless. I heard a beat drop sound.
Oh no.
So I think we lost it.
Oh, we did, because I think you wanted to get that flail. Because there was a base rapier there.
Ice. Oh, there was? Ooh.
Like, there was a base rapier in the grotto that he saw because of the wisdom torch, and he skipped it. Maybe because he was going to get the base flail. I don't know. Wait,
I don't know. Well, I don't...
Wasn't DT just... I thought DT was just about to infuse. Does nobody infuse anymore? Do people just don't care about base weapons? Is that
I mean, I don't think flail is as valued, like, as compared to, rapier. Like, I think maybe if there was a rapier, if we had the ability, yeah, but at least when I was watching Rat, he made a comment about flail not being that great, which
okay,
but I'll believe that coming from somebody there, because I'm like, I don't know, I like flail, but I also like my PB's like 48 minutes, so you know, I'm getting there.
There was a base flail actually in that in a gold chest as well for Spooty just now. Skipping that, he's on to Guitarmos Knights. This is very curious. I'm enjoying this race because I'm intrigued by just all of the different things.
I mean, I feel like we're pretty on par. Like, Spooty hasn't done Lost Woods, but is getting... Oh, there we go.
Glass rapier.
Glass rapier.
That's a good find.
Like, DT hasn't done Desert yet. Doesn't have floaties. I don't remember where we got these floaties, and we haven't seen the Goron shop yet, but is doing Temple of Storms now. So like, it's like we've done similar bosses.
I I don't know. I feel like DT's ahead here. I think DT, like a lot of the overworld navigating. I think Spooty gonna be able to use this Courage Ring to help speed up. I'm gonna use the floaties here too. Grabbing that glass broadsword. Probably did.
There's a base rapier for DT.
So DT did go for it. So getting all those base weapons. And he has the tower shield, if I'm not mistaken, Spooty, which he could use to do some skips a little faster. All right, what am I forgetting? DT just got the Glockenspiel. Spooty now touching the slate. Still no Lost Woods for Spooty. Didn't you have the tower shield? Oh, tower shield only works with Link, right?
Yeah, just swap to Link to do that skip.
Oh, just to do the bombs throw skip with the shield.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking that you could tower shield. Oh, Spooty went for a telemonkey. Didn't work.
I don't know what glass we shattered, but it's okay.
I
thought for a second we shattered our rapier. Well, we have another one at least when we pushed the.
Oh, did we?
The menu screen, so Spooty's had an extra, so it's okay.
Then you have to play Link. Yeah. You don't want to do that. So why did he pick up the tower shield then? He like actively picked it up. Maybe it was just whatever.
Maybe we just like walked into it rather than walking around it. I don't remember.
Spooty's done Grotto, right? Yeah. I didn't have that on my tracker.
Yes, Spooty did Grotto.
Okay.
Spooty hasn't, as of right now, I think.
Sorry, base Katarmos.
Yes.
Yeah.
The only boss Spooty's missing is Lost Woods, I think, right now. After we finish Glockenspiel here.
Yes. Okay, so you're right. We are going to be pretty close, actually. After all this.
Yeah, it's like hard to keep track when it feels like, wow, everyone's doing different things and we're all over the place, especially since we haven't even
the issue is that
Lost Woods.
Does DT have a skip to get into desert?
No, right now, because there was no hovers, and I haven't seen the Goron shop, and Spooty hasn't either. I feel
like Spooty got the hovers and has already done it.
No, I know, but like even just for like if DT saw Spooty walk onto this tile, then that would be a huge help rather than walking around aimlessly trying to figure out where on Earth.
Oh, do you mean the hovers tile?
No, the Goron shop tile.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember where we got the hovers.
I don't know. DT looks to be on a mission somewhere.
Oh wait, I think it was in no, it wasn't. Yeah, we're looking.
All right, Spooty has gotten to the swamp.
Here is the Goron shop.
There it is.
But we don't have a coupon. Oh, we have money. Okay, we
don't
have a coupon. What are we gonna do? We're gonna buy it like regular old patrons.
Yes. Good job, actually being a stand-up citizen. All right, so slight lead to DT, I think, since DT is actually in the dungeon right now, and Spooty's about to be in their final dungeon. Yeah, DT won the first race. You can see there's a little hootie on the top. That's how I track it for some reason.
Not much room on Spooty's side with the long name.
No, there's not. I'll figure something out if Spooty wins this. Base spear. In terms of key count, I think Spooty's got a pretty decent. It's pretty much the same. Like, I think that DT will just find a key, probably. Being 2 keys into the final area is fine. Yeah, if Spooty maintains this Courage Ring, that'll be really good for the final thing. Nice use of the bow.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in go mode now for DT. Spooty here on the final boss
ahead.
Before go mode. This easy fight with the glass broadsword. Just keep attacking his leg. Go for the legs.
Oh, he got that cadence shovel.
Very nice. Cadence shovel. Good stuff. Okay, we got a compass early. Nice find.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Because it does stay on each floor until we leave, right?
Yes, it does the whole dungeon. So it'll be for this entire Hyrule Castle. We got floaties. I love dungeon navigating with floaties. It's great. All right, DT backing off a little bit there, just to make sure they don't break their glass.
We still call it a rocket in Caves of Hyrule?
I think so. Rocket build, yeah. Is there some sort of rocket-esque thing in Zelda that we could call it instead?
I have no idea. I think I said this before. This is my first Zelda game that I've played, so
yes, I believe
very
that
unfamiliar. I was just thinking like the fact that the Sheikah stones are, you know, supposed to be jukeboxes. I just accepted that that must be what things look like, you know. Like.
They do look pretty similar. They, I think, first showed up in Ocarina of Time, which is a game that a lot of people call their favorite Zelda. And you could bomb them and they would launch like a rocket. So I guess you have that.
I think Spooty catching up here because DT had to fight a key room. So
that's
now
right.
we're both
Oh my goodness, this is
same
close.
time, like exact same time.
The pause, yes. Which is no longer the meta, by the way. I saw the latest. I don't keep too much track of the Wind Waker speedruns, but I did watch the one at the last GDQ. And
Oh, DT has an enchant weapon scroll, so this is gonna be a little bit faster.
is DT doing the 5 damage?
Oh no, Spooty has glass slippers, which I recently learned gives you
Gives you
damage,
+1.
which I think it's amazing.
Yeah, it
'Cause
certainly
they feel
makes
so
them
much more
very
valuable.
good. Yes. Yes, they are very good.
Like Necrodancer glass slippers just feel pretty bad.
I think they're fine as like an okay weapon or item. They'd make for quite the weapon.
Like they're okay, but they don't feel like awesome. Where +1 damage makes them feel pretty awesome.
I agree.
So what are we like tied here? I think we're like exactly the same.
We are pretty much tied, slight lead for DT, but just slight. And we are on our way into question mark, question mark, question mark. Whatever that is. I don't know.
Who knows? I don't know.
Super close race. All right, it's gonna come down to navigating. Now the compass no longer works here because it's the future. And this is after
Compasses don't work in the future.
the North Pole has been deleted. So there is no magnetic field in Hyrule.
But he's still with a full courage ring.
Yeah, he's been doing very well not getting hit and keeping that thing alive. And we got a re-up on our shield, or our shovel. And look at this. I love it. So close. We're going to see some dig-throughs. Is it going to work out for Spooty? They've both gone different ways. I think it's top right.
Courage shovel either, or swapped off it, so this digging is a little bit slower.
Oh yeah, DT totally going the wrong way. And now Spooty's got a pretty good lead here on to floor 3. And DT
and doesn't have a glass rapier. And Spooty does.
DT just broke white Dairas. They're bad news. And another rapier for Spooty as he gets to Ganon. Full floor behind for DT. Just so much better for Spooty. And look at these swarm.
So many skeletons.
What is going on here? Alright, Spooty is primed and ready here to potentially do a win. Double bombing.
Oh, those mimics always startle me. the tree mimics. Oh, we didn't grab the rapier? I guess
left the rapier on the ground. Yeah, it doesn't super matter, but it can. Like, having damage to clear out the mobs is generally a good thing. Spooty missing on these bombs a little bit. I'm not sure. There it is. Just really being careful and setting it up. It has the time, so fair enough. Ooh, and DT missing that bomb. That is not what you want to be doing. There we go. So third phase for Spooty. DT on the end of the first phase. And so far, pretty safe. Triforce dance. And there it is.
And there we go.
Spooty tying it up. Roughly the same race time as last time. GG.
GG.
So we got ourselves a rubber match. All right, Hootie for Spooty. There it is, hiding behind his name.
Spooty for Spooty.
Yeah, being down a key. And that one had the wisdom torch too.
Mm-hmm.
Spootybiscuit.
Yeah, that really was the, I think, having to fight a key room put DT too far behind.
Well, they were pretty neck and neck coming into Dark Hyrule after the Octavo fight. But yeah, I think DT's lead vanished
and
there.
lack of rapier for DT had a spear and a flail in Dark Hyrule instead of Spooty with the rocket build.
Yeah, Spooty's build was quite a bit better. And then I think just mismapping. What was that? The second floor of Dark Hyrule?
I don't think that was super mismatched necessarily. Like, Spooty did a little bit of a similar routing and then saw it kind of tucking around, but without the Courage Shovel, it was just a lot slower to duck around for DT.
Yeah, it turns out Courage Shovel's good. Having that mobility when there's so much swarming.
It's still a great item.
Yes, it didn't change to be a bad item across dimensions or whatever the story is. Alright, we're gonna get this next race underway in a moment. Here we go.
Race 3.
Oh, forgot my time. Nice. Might as well not even start it. Just didn't get it on time. All right, we got a quick peek. It looks like our Hyrule Castle is directly in the middle. Still trying to look around. I didn't see anything of worth on this map yet. Doesn't look like it. I don't even see really any of the biomes. There's just not a lot of information yet. Oh, those synced bleep bloops. Love it. Alright, free key there. That is a guaranteed overworld key. And Spooty gonna check the shop. Hey. There you go. Probably gonna take those, oh, take the floaties. I was expecting glass slippies. Hey, it's Bench. All right, Kakariko Village for Spooty real quick. Does not pet the dog.
Nope, we have not seen any dog pets.
No. Sadness.
Maybe
Probably not gonna touch the bench either. Man, disrespect.
That would actually guarantee a win in the entire side tournament.
Yeah,
if
it's
you
true.
cut the dog. The first racer who does.
Yeah,
actually
clearly these racers did not read the fine print. It's right there in the rules.
Mm-hmm. Nobody reads the fine print. That's the problem.
All right, our first Sheikah stone touch is the grotto. And we got a wisdom torch find for Spooty. I think we're gonna get that for DT right now. Yep. Sad face. Pet dog. I'm still waiting to see an infuse done. Oh, I guess not at one of these shops, but at a fairy fountain. I've seen it once or twice, but...
I know Rat tends to do that, at least in the few times I was watching. Like, we'll clear a fairy fountain screen, or whatever they're called. I don't know what anything's called. Clear it just in case, sort of thing.
Yeah, well, you can get diamonds from bosses.
Oh, we have floaties.
Yes, I was worried for a second there, but without those floaties, that was a dead Spooty. So Spooty into the desert. Looks like DT's gonna beeline for the swamp. So once again, desert and swamp are right next to each other. What's up, Wisto?
Are we trying to get this piercing ring? I don't know.
And there's the fair fountain. Yeah, but clearing these floors are pretty annoying, although there's not a ton of enemies here.
Oh, walk around all these trees, what a pain.
So am I correct that Spooty got the Sheikah Stone for the desert? Or did he just get the glove?
No, we're still walking around. Spooty hasn't gotten that. Just DT has the glove. Spooty doesn't have it yet.
Oh.
We're trying to go around this impenetrable
wall.
Oh,
it was a big wall. Why does the broadsword look like a longsword? Yes. Yes, that's a thing.
Because there is no longsword.
Well, there is. It's big and goofy.
Well, it's really big then, so...
It's like the bigger on sword, which you of course know about because of all the Zelda games you've played.
I know, yeah. It's like the broadsword in Crypt of the Necrodancer isn't a real broadsword.
That's also true. It's like a video game broadsword, so it makes it real. Because, yeah, video games have defined that. I feel like I'm missing things. Spooty, did Spooty touch the grotto?
Nope.
Oh.
Spooty didn't.
Okay.
So just got into desert here.
This was in the first race, our last boss, and now it's our first boss. Very interesting.
Whoa.
Yeah, this has been a weird seed. Absolutely. So, flawless base Guitarmos, and it's all bad, so we're gonna take the diamonds for DT. Spooty about to be done with this place as well, getting a health up on the heart piece, and now we're in the desert.
Now we're
getting the loot. Yes, weird. But of course, because yeah, once you clear a dungeon, the tile that the dungeon's in is devoid of enemies and therefore in fixed beat mode. And yeah, Spooty's just gonna take the diamonds as well. Makes sense. Nobody needs a base spear. And Spooty's gonna do the same. The bigger on sword? Yeah, Kalidborog. What game, which one is that from? I don't even know. Oh, Spooty hot swapping.
Oh, that was a quick swap.
That was
quick
amazing.
Swap off of the glass,
just to avoid the chickens.
Just to avoid the chicken.
That was awesome. Did Spooty forget about their coupon? I think they did. Or they just... No, they just reacted really quickly. It's hard to say whether they did or not.
Because we walked into a scroll, which I don't think is what we actually wanted out of this shop. I think just walked into the first item, maybe, to...
Enchant Scroll's pretty good.
Oh, I didn't see what scroll it was.
Yeah, it was the Enchant Scroll. That's probably the best scroll. Ooh, Power Boots. Not gonna take them. I'm gonna keep the floaties. Spooty's going for these Power Boots. And that... Oh, Spooty's gonna take that spear as well. Doesn't want to be left in the cold without any glass. So Spooty taking a little extra time here, but finding all kinds of goodies.
We got 5 keys for Spooty though, and 1 key for DT. So we're gonna swap off Power Boots for glass slippies.
Glass slippies. That is interesting, but if you're gonna go to the grotto, that's a pretty good choice. I mean, there's downsides and a little bit upsides. Downsides, of course, that they break. Upside, that it protects you from the ground stuff as well. You still get your damage up like you would with the Power Boots. All right, so Link has been awoken for Spooty, and it's Temple of Storms time for DT. And I think it's gonna be, yeah, Grotto.
Time for Spooty.
Grotto time. Yeah, Spooty doesn't break glass often. That's true. Spooty's very good with Naru's love. And after that touch, DT's gonna go straight for the grotto as well. Oh, nope, just getting bombs. Never mind, needed the bombs for the thing. That's actually a bit of a mistake. It's gonna cost DT some time. Farming up bombs. And a bow, fine for DT. And a glass flail, fine for DT. Relatively few emergencies for Spooty. There's base rapier. With all these keys, look, there's even another one. There's no harm in taking the base rapier, right?
I got $100 even.
Yeah, you've got all the gems. You could get infused pretty easy, possibly. Huh. All right. Just not part of the meta. Clearly, I don't understand. Ooh, that got spicy for Spooty. I don't know if you saw that. That was really, really dicey, but it worked out.
There's our base rapier.
And he takes it, I guess, because it's free. Out. All right.
I mean, it's right there. I think it was like with the key and out of the way a little bit, maybe. Like I could see where the previous version, okay, we're not gonna do it, but because it was right there, might as well.
I guess so.
You could walk that way anyways.
All right, DT getting the Glockenspiel, so 2 instruments apiece. A little bit more overworld navigating, possibly for DT, more with 1 more Sheikah Stone touch. And he's going straight into the grotto here. The floaties for the easy skip. Great bow! Oh. Great bow's so good. Hopefully
you never see it.
I know. Oh, that statue blows up.
Oops.
Spooty was maybe thinking about how they were going to grab these. Alright, almost in Death Mountain. Getting some glass. Could infuse his rapier, you know, that is an option.
Is that what we're going to do here? Yeah.
Yep. We are going to see the infuse. I like it. Yes, the original bow is just good. It's a good bow. That's right.
Oh, Courage Ring pickup for DT.
That's nice. And Obsidian infuse. Not surprising. That's what everybody goes for these days. Fine, fine. I am not Team Obsidian, but it's fine. These racers are better than me. I just find that you can get yourself in a real pinch sometimes. Alright, easy Wizrobo fight here. Glass Flail. It's got some good range. Ooh, threading the needle there with those ice cubes flying around. Handled, and gonna pick up the base rapier as well. And an oboe. So now Zelda has an oboe. Alright. Blood infuse, yes.
Yeah.
Now you want poison.
Oh, for that extra poison damage.
Oh yeah. Why take damage now when you can have damage later? Poison damage. Alright, Spooty getting the Glock now as well. And it's a Lost Woods walk for DT. So Spooty just a touch behind, but does have that infuse.
Zoom in along with the hookshot movement.
I love the hookshot movement. So good. Nice job, Spooty and DT. Still waiting to see that bow use, though. All right, about one Lost Woods ahead for DT. And a floor one skip. DT is into the dungeon.
Just ahead of Spooty. We can refresh our Wisdom Torch.
Sure, why not? It's useful. It was a little low. Below half, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And more key grabs. We're pretty close to everything we need. I think DT's actually good. Spooty's down 1 right now.
We did scoot around just straight into this exit room, so is
Yeah, taking the lead, but gonna be
down keys.
down a key. And that was a big factor in the last race.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's that great bow. Oh, yeah. So good. The snipe. It's awesome. So it's piercing 2 damage, chat. It just goes straight through everybody. And it killed a lot of things in that room. He killed, what, 2 orcs? Moblins, excuse me. And a bomb fairy and 3 mushrooms with 1 shot. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Spooty coming through a little faster, but down a key.
Down a key. But I mean, if we get lucky with key finds in here, then you know,
It'll be fine.
it's definitely gonna be worth it. That's sort of just the gamble because that gave Spooty the extra time right now. But
Spooty's also up a weapon, I will say.
mm.
All right, let's see this. Hyrule Castle. Are you looking for keys for sure? This is an awkward layout. There it is.
We will get a key from the next floor shop, right? Is that?
I think
the
that's
second
true.
floor? Where you always get a key in the shop.
Yeah, that sounds right. Ooh, we got a courage ring. Oh, DT navigating this floor much faster than Spooty.
No, we're just gonna zoom right in. And, okay.
Hoping for a boss drop, perhaps? Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Spooty's gonna have to clear the room here, which you can see right across. Or Spooty's gonna forget they don't have a key.
Who has a key right there?
Oh, there's a key.
Way faster.
Saved. Okay, he did not see that key before making the decision to go down here, though, right?
No, but I would still argue that doing a quick lap of the floor and finding a key like that is faster than just clearing the key room.
He got really bailed there.
Like that was a gamble, but it paid off by being much faster.
Yeah, keeping the
'cause
lead.
I think if you just committed to fighting that room, it probably would be. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, great bow.
Nice bow.
That's 2 damage plus a lunge is a bunch of damage. Is it 5? An obsidian lunge for 5 with the boots.
We're already on to two instruments down.
Yeah, this
so-
is super fast for Spooty. We're doing, I think, 4 damage right now for DT. Is that right? Glass plus slippies.
Yes, we enchanted weapon.
Oh, so we're 5 then. Yes.
So I think we're pretty. This is pretty close.
Yeah. Yeah, they're both one-shotting.
So one more cycle for, or one more hit for DT and Spooty's first down to Future Hyrule.
It's gonna be a 2-hit just because of the 5 damage. But yeah, we're close. Oh, there's Fraggle Rock, the sword. It's a good one. And a Death Shrine.
Oh, Spooty is going for it.
Oh yeah, it's the meta. Oh
It
God.
is, but I've just seen Spooty take
It looks
I
like, is
remember, I think it
DT
was
gonna
the
not?
last-
DT's gonna not?
Getting salty after getting a hit on Death Shrine, you know.
It's the meta, but is it the right one? I don't know.
It's
This
just
is
really scary for me. I mean, I trust Spooty, and like, who seems to be, of course, the person who can deal with the scary things like this, but it's just a lot.
The plays. Did you see that scoot across the pit?
Oh my gosh,
Spooty!
This is,
You can't hang on to this. Oh, look at all those moblins. It's like a conga line. Which is great for him because he's got courage. Where are we going? I want off this wild ride. And it's Meme Zelda, and Meme Zelda's dead.
Bye, Zelda.
Wow. Okay.
And is Death Shrine is still active?
Yeah.
right.
It's gonna one shot.
So we can one shot Ganon.
Ganon. Yeah.
But yeah.
Like each phase is one shotted.
Yeah, but yeah.
Which is real good.
Bye, Zelda. For DT down to the pit.
Wow. Don't kill yourself.
Don't get stunned. Don't get stunned.
Okay, bombs do infinite damage too. Holy moly. As does your shield. Death Shrine is broken. Look at those snipes. Oh, sassy. All right, we're in the last phase.
I'm still so scared.
I know. And there it is, the
Okay.
beam. Wait, what? Spooty just wasted a couple beats there. Oh,
Just to keep the tension up.
oh. That Ganon was probably the fastest Ganon I've seen. And that was an 1836. All the races were right around 1830. These racers stepping it up. DT, not able to finish, but I mean, yikes. That was awesome. Whoa. What an exciting finish to that. Got revenge on the Death Shrine, yeah. I mean, that Moblin Conga line, like it seems like Death Shrine plus Courage is just so overpowered. Because
Yeah, that was really...
you just have to attack an enemy and you're fine. Unless it's a shield of an enemy. Wow. Yeah, I think the difference was the Death Shrine, but it was an absolute gamble for Spooty and a very, I think, wise to not take it if you're DT, honestly. That was, woo! That was awesome. What a compelling finish to our first set of matches. Where are we? There we are. Yeah, the Death Shrine. All right, well, we're gonna take a moment here and then we're gonna set up for our next side event playoff race, which is gonna be Rat versus Goof. Oh,
Another exciting set.
oh. I'm so excited to see Rat. I love Rat's strats. He's the, I would say, I'm gonna put this out there. Maybe this isn't totally correct, but I'd say Rat is the pants of Cadence of Hyrule.
Oh, yeah?
The big brain plays, I would say